False. Which function calculates average of columns week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4? Which expression rounds each value of sales to the nearest hundred or 2 decimal places? Excuse me. Which function could be used to remove a non-numeric symbol in a phone? Well, if you get rid of those, it is compressing it. It's either C or D. Probably D. I know it's going to be cat X. Which expression creates city-state? A city-country. D. If find location Ohu and I greater than 0, then output so Oahu. Basically, we're trying to find any instance of Oahu, lowercase or I, within this. So the first one, we see none. We see a lowercase I in the second one, so that's 1. We see a lowercase I in the third one, that's 1. And then Kalua, Oahu, that's another. And that one is not. So I would say 3. Which of the following functions convert the values of a numeric variable to character value? I don't know why it's B. I don't know why it's B either. Which step is not required when converting a character column name date to the numeric SAS date column with the same name? Oh, bars. Wow. Well, if we're seeing input function, then we know it's going to be see how we did. 80, not bad. I like my 90s or 100s. So let's see where we went wrong. We guessed on 2 of those. Let's see. All right, so we knew that to be false. Functions and call routines both return a value that must be used in an assignment statement or expression. That was false. A function returns a value that must be used in an assignment statement or expression, but a call routine alters an existing column values or performs other system functions. Which function calculates the average of the columns week 1, week 2, week 3, and week 4? We put D and we were right. Numeric column lists are specified with a hyphen between the first and the last columns in the range. The keyword of must be used if a column list is used as an argument in a function. Mean of. Which expression rounds each value of sales to the nearest hundred? We put C. We were right. It was C. Sales, second, 2 decimal points. 1, 2, or 1, 2. Use the second argument in the round function to specify the rounding unit. So we're going to round, and you put your main variable sales, and you're saying your dash, colon, and then what your rounding unit's going to be. That's simple enough. Which function can be used to remove the non-numeric symbol in phones? We said compress. That's correct. The second argument of compressed function can be used to specify all symbols to remove the values of phones, such as if it's going to be phone equals compress, and then phone, and then the second is what we're doing, which makes sense. The optional third argument of compress can be further simplified scope by working with an entire character class that has specific individual characters. For example, the modifier specifies only digits, and the K modifier instructs compress to keep the specified items instead of removing them. So specifying KD for the third argument causes compress to keep only digits, The following example illustrates the use of the third argument compress. So phone, colon, colon. Is that a colon? And then parentheses, KD, wherever it's going to be. But let's keep it simple. Let's just do phone, that, and then what we're trying to do. Put these single parentheses around it. Or is it single quotations then? Single quotes around it? Sorry, this music getting to me. All right, we were wrong with number 5. We chose D when it should have been C. Now let's see why it should have been C. Scan function should return the second word using only the comma as a delimiter. Oh, Mr. Wayne! The comma should be the only delimiter. So not all that extra. We don't need all that extra. The only delimiter is the comma. We'll remember next time. We were right with cats, though. Cat X, our answer was D, and the correct answer was D. The cat X function concatenates strings together, removes leading and trailing blanks, and inserts a separator that's defined as the first argument. So the first argument is D. City state. It just seems like it flows better. Yeah. And then we were right on this one. Boom, 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 boom. Which of the following functions can convert the values of numeric variable level to character variables value? So we got this wrong. The correct answer was A, when we should have put, when we put C when it should have been A. Put function explicitly converts numeric variables to character variables. You specify the keyword put. I thought it was put. See, you always go with your first mind. Put followed by the variable name, then the format. Put by the variable name in the format. Variable name format are enclosed in parentheses and separated by a comma. Remember that. Which of the following character values of base to numeric values? Input function explicitly converts character values to numeric values. Put function explicitly converts numeric values to character values. So put to turn numeric into character, input to turn character into numeric. It's just the inverse. That makes sense. That's clicking. Is that clicking for you guys? It's clicking for me. Which statement is required when converting a character column named date to a numeric SAS date? We put D, format the new numeric date. Now, I didn't know this one, but I went through the process of elimination. Because use the input function to read the renamed char date character. That made sense to me. Rename the date to char date. You can use these clues. See char dates of both of them, like, okay, that's one constant. So they both can't be wrong. Specify an appropriate format to input function. Let's see here. Hold on. Push this out. There we go. There we go. So let's do that over again. Let's do that again. Because we like to see that 100. That's what we like. So it's not function and call routines both return a value that must be used in an assignment statement or expression. That's not true. Mean, which function calculates the average of columns week 1, 2, 3, and 4? Mean of week 1 through 4. Which expression rounds each value of sales to the nearest 100? Round sales 1, 2. 1, 2 decimal places. We want to compress this. So let's compress this. Okay. Come on. Too easy. All right. Now this one, country scan, city scan. Now we initially, remember this one, we picked D the first time, but we know we don't need all that extra space. We keep it simple. So it's going to be C. Which expression creates city, country? We picked 6. We're keeping the format. Remember, for this one, if find Ohio lowercase or 1, if we find an instance of this greater than 1, it's greater than 0, then we output it. Greater than 0. Not greater than 0. Greater than 0. Greater than 0. greater than 0, not greater than 0. So we're getting 3. Which of the following functions can convert values from numeric to character? And this is going to be a put. So remember the format: level, the variable, and then how many decimal places. And we're now doing the inverse. Which of the following functions converts the character value of base to numeric? So we're going character to numeric. So we're going to input it. It's going to be C. No, I'm tripping. Which step is not required? Which converting character volume of date to a SAS date. Format the numeric. We don't need to format. And there's that 100 we love so much. Oh. That's sad.
Welcome back. To pick up where you left off.
Let's get 4 cracking. Okay. So which of the following contains valid syntax? So, interesting. Valid syntax. A looks valid. Quarter format. Grades. They all just about look valid to me. Something's D looks out of place. Value grades A. You know what? Let's go with what looks simple. We know it's not going to be C because it's this right here. So we got that out of the way. So it keeps A and B and D. We can get rid of B. So I don't think we're going to have all that. It could be D or A. Now, I've been looking at D. D caught my eye originally, but I don't see why it wouldn't be A. Let's go with D. Something drew me to D. What is the formatted value of the value of 100 given the following steps? Proc format. Procedure format. Value rates 1 equals less than 100 is low. 100 less than in between 200. Less than 200, less than 100, medium, and 200 to 300 high. Other, out of range, run. What is the formatted value of 100 given the following step? 1 less than 100 is low. I guess medium? 100 or less is medium. Guess I would make that medium because this is less than 100. It's low, so we can only assume that the next grade higher is medium. Although I honestly feel like this should say almost like, no, that's fine, I guess. In the format procedure, you specify the name of the format and the name of the column that will use the custom format. Yeah, I would think so. Format, name of the format. Name of the variable that we use it. Format procedure. Yeah, why not? What is the correct formatted output given to the following proc format statement in the input? Proc format value answer. Now we're seeing that, but remember, not supposed to have all that. So that's how you know. But you see how right that looked? Proc value $ answer. 1 equals yes, 2 equals no, and other not answered. Run. What is the correct format? Output given the following proc format step and input table. 1, 2, 3. Other equals not answered. Yes, no. Well, it says other not answered. So yes, no, not answered. Yeah, I would say it's anything other than 1 or 2 is not answered. So it wouldn't be missing. It wouldn't be not. Or would it be not because of the length? I'm going to go with D, not answered. Which of the following does not have proper syntax for specifying a range in the value statement? A range. Horse equals horse to mouse. A to C. Let's say horse to mouse because 500 less than 700. 500 less than 500. No, greater than 500 to 700. That's fine. That's fine. A to C, we know 1 to C. But horse to mouse is, that's hard to specify. There's so many things in between. Which statement is true concerning the option for the format procedure? Format library option goes in the select. Can't library, can't line goes in the value statement. Format library option specifies the library to store format. Yes, that's probably right. Specifies the table in which the formats are built. I'm going to go with that. Which columns are required? Hold on. Format library. It might not be C. Which columns are required in an input table to create a format based on numeric ranges? B. Which option in proc format statement specifies the library store custom format? What is the default search order that is used to locate formats? Which of the following options valid syntax for format search equals option? Damn, we did really bad this one. Let's see where we messed up. This should have been, my answer was D and it should have been B. Really? The value statement creates a numeric format and the numeric values are specified. In answer choice A, the value statement is creating a numeric format, but character values are specified. Okay, numeric format. A numeric format, value grades, numeric, with specified characters. So yeah, that makes sense. That's why that's not it. In the answer choice C, the value statement contains a period, which, right, that was a red flag. So we knew that wasn't right. And then in D, the value statement is creating a numeric format, but character values are specified. Yeah, that's right. Value statement is creating a numeric format, right? But character values are specified. So if there's parentheses around these, that's actually specifying a character value. But if there's none, then it's not. Well, that's good to know. Okay. What is the format value for the value of 100? And it was actually D out of range. 100 falls into other category. 1 to less than 100 is less than 100, and 100 to is greater than. Oh! I knew there was something tricky. Okay, that makes sense. That's D. That makes sense. In the format procedure, you specify the name of the format and name of the column. The correct answer is false. Format name is specified in the value statement to proc format. However, proc format has no reference to a table or column to be formatted. Those items appear in steps such as format statement within a proc print. What is the correct formatted output given the following proc print step and input? And I initially put D, and it's actually C. 3. Okay, let's explain that. The word other is in quotation marks, therefore is not seen as a key word. A value of 3 is not referenced by any of the values in the value statement. The value 3 is displayed as 3. So other has to be in quotation marks. Full quotations. Otherwise, it's just 3. It just treats it as 3. Okay. We'll remember that. Which of the following does not have the proper syntax for the range and the value? See, I would have thought it was D, but it says A. The greater than symbol is not valid for range. The less than symbol can be used after starting value or before the ending value. So less than can be used after the starting value, but the greater than cannot be used. Okay. Which statement is true concerning options for format procedure? I put D, should be C. Format lib option specifies the library to store the format. That's what I put, but it's actually D. Can't win specifies the table to read in order to create a format. The option goes in proc format statement. Format lib option goes in the proc format statement and creates a report containing information on the custom format. So format lib creates the report under proc format, and can't line specifies a table to read to create the format. Okay. Which columns are required in input to create a format based on numeric ranges? I put B. The correct answer was C. Format name, start, and label. At minimum, format name, label, and start are required for the can't line equals table. End is also needed for ranges. Let's see. If it's a range, just remember label. Which option in a proc format statement specifies a library to store a custom format? Let's see. Which option in the proc format statement specifies a library to store a custom format? Well, since we know format library doesn't do what we thought it does, because we see here that it just creates a report containing the information. So the real answer was C. So library equals option specifies a library, catalog, or both that contains the formats that you are creating. Format lib creates a report. This is not a catalog or store option in proc format statement. So literally library. Sometimes they don't try to trick you. What is the default search order that is used to locate formats? So I initially thought it was going to be library.formats, but it is D, work.formats, library. So it's just the opposite order. By default, SAS first looks at works.formats. If the format's not in that location, SAS will look at library.formats. Which of the following contains a valid syntax for format search? I was actually right. It was C, with the parentheses around it. SAS help .fnets. You know I like to have that 100, so let's do it again. We'll learn from our mistakes. Now, we knew this was wrong because this is a numeric column with character outputs, so that's a no. So that's invalid. We have a numeric column with numeric outputs, so that's correct. Numeric column specified. Specified numeric, unspecified character. Character, and then this has a dot, so we know that's the wrong syntax. And this is numeric and specified well, they said specified character, but I mean that this can't be specified if this is here. So yeah, this is 1 to minus, and the less than 100 is low, and this is greater than 100 and 200. So it's not actually being accounted for in either one of these. It's actually out of range. Other took me by surprise. In the format procedure, you specify the name of the format and the name of the column that you will use. Apparently you don't. What is the correct format output given? So 1 is yes, 2 is no, other is not answered. Technically, that's not other. It's 3. There's not a value for that, so it's just going to show us 3. Which of the following does not have proper syntax for specifying a range in the value statement? I thought it was horse to mouse, but it's actually 500 less than, well, technically greater than 700. because that's not a proper syntax. Which statement is true concerning options for the format procedure? So, format library option, which creates a report that details it in the select statement, is not true. Can't line, CNT line, lin option goes in the value statement. That's wrong. Format lib option specifies a library store the format. Nope. Can't line option specifies a table from which the formats are built. That's correct. Which columns are required in the input table to create a format based on numeric ranges? So format start label, no. Format name start label, no. Format end start end name, no. Well, maybe. Format start end and label. Format start last name and type. So we know end's got to be in there, so that eliminates those two. It's got to be ended. Starts right. We'll go with C. Which option in proc format statement specifies a library to store a custom format? So we're storing a custom format, simply library equals. It's not catalog. Catalog is one of those things that can be stored within the library. Format lib will go ahead and create a report. What is the default search order that is located? So it's always going to look for work.formats because work, anything that goes to your work folder, is always going to have formats, which you create. And then if none's there, then it'll go to library formats. And then we were correct with option.format search says help.formats. And we got our smooth 100. Beautiful. Format name, label, and start must be in it. And is also needed for ranges.
Welcome back. To pick up where you left off, select resume.
Okay. Which statement is true concerning the concatenating tables? All tables must have the same number of columns. Columns in all tables must have matching names and lengths. Tables must be in the same library. Missing values generated for columns that exist in one input and not in the other. Damn. I was going to say that they have to be the same number of columns. Columns must have matching names and lengths. No, that's true. I definitely know they have to have the same names. Yeah, I would say that. So that's true. Tables must be in the same library. I don't know if that's true. No, they probably do. All tables must have the same number of columns. I think that's false. No, it's true. All tables must have columns, and all tables must have matching names and lengths. Missing values generated for the columns that exist in one input and not in the other. I almost feel like that's true. Yeah, dog. Stay focused. Which statement renames the column location work.travel as a destination? Rename equals. Which statement is true concerning merging with matching rows? The merge statement must refer to the temporary input tables. Columns in the by statement can only be in only one of the tables. That's false. Only two input tables can be specified in a merge statement. The input tables must be sorted by the columns in the by statement. It could be D though. How many rows are in both output tables given the following input tables and codes? How many rows? Data both merged but name. How many rows are in both output table given the following input tables and code? Maybe it's staying two. I don't know. How many rows are in the input sock output table given the following input? Input sauce. Data input sock merge input saw phonic by ID. By MPID. Only two. What is the result of the following step? Work.donors. We're creating a output table called combine by merging donors 1 and donors 2 by ID. And how many are we going to have? We're going to have 1, 2, just going to have 2. The table, or that's not what's asking. What is the result? The table combined is created with 4 columns and 5 rows. The step fails because the by column ID is not properly sorted. The step fails because units is in both tables and not the by column. That's not true. It is in it. The step fails because duplicate ID values within the donor's one table. I think sorting it, proc sort will probably make that easier. I think I'm seeing the need for that now. But the duplicate values, well, couldn't you just put no dupe key or no dupe? And that would never mind. Yeah, we ain't really tripping on duplicates. Or are we? Maybe we are. Which statement best describes the rows in the output table? Data equals output table bonus, merge, managers in M, staff in S by employee ID. If M equals 0 and S equals 1. Let's see. What are the values of C and A during the third iteration? Data equals client underscore amount is the output table. Merge client and amounts. Merge clients in C, amounts in A by name. Data local, merge loc to 1, 2, 3 in C by code. merge by code. Yeah, as long as we're all merging by subject. Not close. Better than the last one, but not good. Missing values are generated for columns that exist. That is correct. For a concatenating table. Which statement renames the existing column location and work.travel as destination? Our answer was B, and it should have been C. Rename location equals destination. Yeah, I guess it's not trying to trick us, guys. Parentheses surround all data set options. Another set of parentheses surrounds the columns listed for rename. Which statement is true concerning merging with matching rows? The correct answer is D. Input tables must be sorted by the columns in the by statement. With match merging, each input table must first be sorted on the values of the by columns from the appropriate index. That makes sense. Now this was interesting. How many rows are in both output table given the following input tables and code? So I put A, and they said D. There will be 2 rows for Bob and 3 for Sue. Huh. Okay. How many rows are the input sauce output table given? If we're merging by employee ID, I said A because there's only 2 matching, but they're telling me it's C. 4. There will be matching row for 1150 and oh my goodness, a non-matching row for 11. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, what? Matching row for the non-matching. So just because we're merging doesn't necessarily mean they got to match. Okay. What is the result of the following step? Data combine, merge, donor 1, donor 2 by ID. 1, 2, but that's not what it's asking. I put B, step fails because the by column in ID is not properly sorted. I agree. Which of the following statement best describes the rows in the output table? C was correct. The only rows from staff that have no match in manager is what's going to be, outputted there. What are the values of C and A during the third iteration? We got this right. We put B. So there's going to be one client merge. That's an hour. Yeah. One client merge And no merge for 0. B. Oh, for the third iteration. Yeah, gotta read these. My answer was D. It was A. Value of location in the output table. Value of location is based on the last table read. Correct answer is B. The 2 data steps are needed. The first data step is data set 1 and 2 can merge by test. The second data step is data set 3 can be merged by subject with data step. So on one data step, no, it's going to be merged. Okay, let's try that again. So the trueness of this is missing values are generated for columns that exist in one and not the other. This one is pretty straightforward. Set vacation travel rename location equals destination. For renaming location as destination. Input tables must be sorted in the columns in the by statement. It's true. This one, strangely, is 2 for merging. How many rows are in both output table given the following input tables? Since it's merging, there's only going to be 2 and 3. Still not too sure about that. This one actually makes more sense. We're merging the tables by MPD completely, so 1 merge there, 1 merge there, 1, 1. So that will be 4. What is the result of the following step? Definitely because the by statement's not sorted properly. This was correct. This is only asking for the rows from staff that have no match of manager. No match of manager, row of staff. We're looking at the third iteration of the data step. We got to read. Third iteration of the data step. There's a match under name, which will be client, which will be C. But there's no match in amount. So it'll be C equals 1, A equals 0. What is the value of location in the output table? It always goes by the last location, so it's going to be Italy. And data step can be used to merge the following 3 tables. No, it would have to be broken up into 2. So that's false. Okay. That's 3. Okay. All right, y'all. So, yeah. Real talk with people. Study says we're going to keep it up. We're going to get the certification. We're going to make this big money. We're going to change our lives. We got to drink Celsius and energy drinks if we need to stay up and study. We need to keep on our job, make sure we do good, not let things fall by the wayside. Gotta let life start. You're trying to get to a place. You're trying to make that dough, trying to make that cheddar, trying to get investments, trying to get land, trying to make sure your family's straight. You're trying to learn all these different things. You're trying to get out of that bullshit. You gotta put in the work. This is real talk, real people. As always, keep it real. Always.